Good morning, student. Today I am going to teach you math. You are in standard 5 student and I am going to teach you math. I am not your math teacher, but I have to teach you about operations with large numbers. You are well known about 3 to 4 digit numbers till 1000 to 9999. You are well known about it. 4 numbers. Which is the 1 digit greatest number? 4 digit greatest number, that's 9999. But today I am going to teach you about 5, 6, 7 digits number and its operation. Operation means here we have to do addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. That's known as operation. It is included in this chapter. Okay, you are well known about 3 to 4 digit addition. That's 999 plus 456 plus 678. You all are comfortable with all these additions and you can do it easily. But here is a 5 to 6 digit additions are here and you may add it here. Okay, now here is an example. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plus 1, 2, 3 56,789 1,23,456 12,34,567 and 567 only. Here if you add all these numbers, how can you easily add it? Now I'll show you how can easily you just add it. You have to use particularly in addition class carrying form. Carrying form that you know from the beginning. When you learn in standard 1 and standard 2, you are well known about carrying and borrowing form in addition and subtraction. Now you are in senior class student and you may well competent to solve all these problems. It will give you word problems or simply just give numbers to add. Okay. Now 56,789 12,34,567 and 567. How can you add? That's the simplest way. You have to add 7 plus 7, 14. 14 plus 9, that's 23. Here is 3 and carrying 2 tens to left. Carrying 2 tens to left. 6, 6, 12 plus 8, 20 plus 2, 22. Here will be 2 and 2 tens to its left. Carrying 2 tens to left. 5, 5, 10 plus 7, 17 plus 2, 19. Carrying 1, 10 to its left. Okay. Now 4, 16, 1, 11. Here is 1 and 1 to left. 5, 3, 8, 1, 9. Here will be 2 and there will be here. This is your answer. 12,91,923. That's the easiest form. And in the subtract case, it will be very easy. I'll give you one example. Okay. How can you subtract it? Here is can use the borrowing form to subtract. Here is 1 and 1 is less than 8, so we can't subtract it from 1. So borrowing 110 from left, 110. You will be now 11. 10 plus 1 will be 11. Now you have to here will how much left in the left side. If you subtract 1, then it will be 5. Then 11 minus 8, now it will be 3. And here is 5. And it is quite it is not possible to subtract 7 from 5. So borrowing from one left, that means borrowing 110 from left, here will be 5, and if you will borrow 1, then 110 it will be 15, and here will be 4. Here is now the number 15. Now you have to subtract 7 from 15 is equals to 8. Here is 4, and it is quite possible to subtract 6 from 4. So borrowing 110 from left, here will be 14, and here will be 3. Okay, now you have to subtract 6 from 14. It will be 8. Here is 3, and we can't subtract 9 from 3. So must have to subtract 110 from its left. Here will be 13, and here will be 2. Now you have to subtract 9 from 13. 9 from 13. How much? 4. Okay, now it will be 2, and number is here 8, and we can't subtract 8 from 2, so borrowing 110 from its left, here will be 12, and there will be 1 left. Okay, now you have to subtract 8 from 12, it will be 4. And here is 1 and here is 0, it is not written here. Okay, it is the answer. So in this way you have to do addition and subtraction. Better may I learn about it, and only digits are now, more digits are here to solve. There is no any difficulty to solve, and you have already given so many questions in your already homework. You have to subtract addition and subtraction from your text page 14 and 15, 13, 14 and 15, and solve all these problems. If you feel any difficulties, better ask. Now I'll teach you about some word problem. Number exercise 2.2. Exercise 2.2 word problem about add and subtract. Exercise 2.2 number 3. Okay. A supermarket earned 156,48,000 in a year. If the expenses were to 69,74,596, how much money was saved? Here is the simple subtraction. In 1 year, someone earned this much, and here the expenses this much. So only it will be simply do subtraction and solve it. Okay, that's very easy. Better may learn this word problems thoroughly and judge what will be done. That means you have to subtract or add. Very simple. A supermarket owned yearly 1,56,48,000. Okay, and expenses in a year 69,74,596 rupees. How much money was saved? Money was saved. Only simply you have to do subtraction. Subtract 69,74,596 from 1,56,48,000. How can you subtract? It is the simplest way. You have to borrowing method. You have to use borrowing method and subtract it. It is not possible to subtract 6 from 0. So borrowing 1 time here is also 0, and here is also 0. So we may have to subtract borrowing 110 from 8. Here will be 10, and if we will subtract another one from here, it will be 9, and here will be 10. And you will have to subtract also 1 from 1 to the its right. So here will be 10, and here will be right, and it will be 7. Okay. Now you have to write all these numbers instead of 8 and 0, 0, 0. It will be easy to subtract now. Now you have to subtract 6 from 10. So it will be 4. Here will be 9, and if you will subtract 9 from 9, it will be 0. Here will be 9, and if you will subtract 5 from 9, then you can't get 4. Here is 7, and you have to subtract 4 from 7, and it will be 3. And the next, here you can't subtract 7 from 4. So borrowing 110 from left, there will be 14, and there will be 5. Okay, here will be 14, and you have to subtract now 7 from it. So if you subtract 7 from 14, then you can get only 7. and here is 5, this number is 9, it is bigger than this one. So we can't subtract 9 from 5, so borrowing 110 from left, here will be 15. And only here, instead of 5, 4 will be left. Now you have to subtract 9 from 15, it will be 6. We can't subtract 6 from 4, so borrowing 110, it will be 14. Now 14 minus 6 is equals to 8. You have to put commas after 3 digits, then 2 digits, and then 2 digits. Okay, in Indian May. That's 86,73,404. It is the answer. Simple subtraction. That's only numbers. There are so many digits. So here it is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 digits are here. That means you have to know the numbers till crores. Okay? Numbers till crores. 9 crores, 99 lakhs, then 99,000 or 999. Till 8 you have to know about the numbers. All these numbers related to crores. Okay? You have to do subtraction like this. And now I'll give you another example about addition. How can you add 3 or more digits in word problem? Then we have to know about multiplication today. Combined addition and subtraction are here. The number 1, 2.2. Number 1. Here is the question. Ravi's father bought 2 houses, for one for 12,56,000 and the other for 23,48,000. Here the question to solve for you. Now, how much did he spend altogether? That means here Ravi's father spent how much in altogether. If you add these two numbers, 12,56,000 and 23,48,000, then you can get the result. And the second question is, by how much was the second house more expensive than the first one? Which one is greater? If we compare these two numbers, which one is greater? I think 12,56,000 is lesser than 23,48,000. So the first one is lower price than the second one. So by how much was the second house more expensive? If we subtract the first one from the second one, you can get the answer. So it will be very easy to add first. The cost of one house is 12,56,000. Okay. The cost of another house is 23,48,000. Is spent altogether to purchase. The cost of Ravi's father spent altogether for both houses is equals to 12,56,000 plus 23,48,000. If you add it, then you can get the result. How can you add? 0 plus 0 is equals 0. 3 zeros are here, just keep down. And then 8 plus 6 is equals 14. And here you can 4 here and 110. Just you have to carry 110 to left, and it will be 6, 4, 10. And here will be 1. And here will be 213 plus 3 is equal to 6. And 213, 36 lakhs, 4,000. Okay. Now, the second one is more expansible. And how much it is here? The second one is more expensible. Okay. How much? By how much? If we will subtract 12,56,000 from 23,48,000, then we can get the result. It is very easy. Okay. Only you have to subtract it and get the result. Here is the subtraction for you as example. Only you have to subtract 12 lakhs from 56,000 from 23 lakhs 48,000. Okay. 23 lakhs 48,000 minus 12 lakhs 56,000 rupees. Just mentioned before you writing on your copy. Just mention the rupees before it. Okay. How can you subtract? Here you can also mention 56,000. We can subtract here 5 from 4, so borrowing 110 from left, here will be 14, and now 14 minus 5 is equals to 9, and here will be 2 left, and 2 minus 2 is equal to 0, and 2 minus 1 is here. 10 lakhs 92,000. It is the answer of the second question. Okay, in number 1. That's, you have to complete it at least the exercise till 2.2. Till 2.2, there's 2.1 and 2.2. And then just I'm going to teach you about multiplication, and I have also given you some tasks to solve it. That's multiplication. How can you multiply 4 numbers with 4-digit numbers with 3-digit numbers, or 4 to 4-digit numbers? Okay, just I'll show you as an example. You have to multiply now. 286 multiply 286 by 149. How can you multiply this? I can solve all these problems with in our own way. In a traditional way, here is the example of 1434 by 1434 into 278 as an example. Okay, here is also already solve has done for you. You may better know 1434 with by 278 or 278. There's 278 means 200 plus 70 plus 8. Just known as the expanded form. If you multiply all these numbers separately, you can't get the result here. But I'll tell you in the easiest way to multiply these two numbers. 286 149. How can you multiply? First, we have to use this number to multiply with positive number. Here is the number is 9, and we have to multiply with 6 by 6. 9 6 are 54. You have to recall multiplication table while you are going to multiply all these numbers. 9 6 are 54. Here is 4, and you have to keep 5. It's left. Then 9 with height 9 by 8. 9 8s are 72. Then here is 5. If you have to add 5 times, so it will be 72 plus 5, 77. Here will be 7, and you have to keep here 7. Okay, now you have to multiply 9 by 2. 9 2s are 18 plus 7, 25. 9 2s are 18 plus 7. 18 plus 7 is equals to 25. Now you have to erase all these numbers because you have to multiply. Oh, inside. Okay. 4. Now we have to multiply 4 to 6. 4 6 are 24. 1 place left, you have to just omit it because you have already done multiplication of this number. So next come to 10-digit number. 4 tens with 6. 4 6 are 24. 4 you can keep it 4 here and 2 here. 4 8s are 32 plus 2, 34, and will be 3. 4 2s are 8. 3 11. And next, the last number will be multiplied with the above number. Here is 1 and 1 6 are 6. 1 8 are 8 and 1 2 are. Finally, you have just to add to get the final result. Here is 4, 7 4 11, and here will be 1, 5 1 6 14 plus 6 is equal to 16, and be 1 calculate and here is 8, 1, 9, 2, 11, plus 1, 12, and it will be 1, and 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. That is the result. In this way, you have to multiply all these numbers. If you are difficult, better marks with your math teacher's number or you can call to me. So you have to complete it till 15. Okay. In this way, you just have to know the operation. Tomorrow I'll teach you about division. How can you divide with the 3 or 4 digit numbers with the greater number. So now this is your math class, and you have to follow your math task in your holiday homework. What has already given to you all. And now I'll teach you English, the first chapter, even study. Okay. Due to corona problem, you face difficulties to learn, never come to school, and better through this you may gain some knowledge, and just listen you all. And today I am going to teach you about the chapter even story, the chapter 1 in English. Okay.